Boom, boom. Alrighty. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic dinosaur action after taking a night off. Under the weather, I ate something bad that didn't quite agree with me, but this card draw does agree with me. My goodness. I've tried it a little bit before with dinosaurs, especially Vivien Monsters Advocate. We'll get there in a second, but basically just having different versions of Vivien, being able to draw and see multiples of her. Previously it was just 3 copies of Vivien Monsters Advocate, which is pretty good, but of course you don't want to see multiples, so I'm just gonna split it up and it should go good. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, but let's see if I that's too short. 1 second. Okay, we're good. Ready to go. Fire it up. Yes, Vivien Monsters Advocate, probably my favorite planeswalker to use with dinosaurs. We can play creatures from the top of our library. That's good stuff. +1, the worst case scenario, we just keep making bodies. Also very nice having a vigilance, reach, or a trample counter on her. But the -2, that is where it gets extra nice. Not too many people are using so much high cost creatures. So for -2, when you cast your next creature spell this turn, search your library for a creature card with lesser mana value, put it onto the battlefield. It can't be responded to. It just goes from the library, battlefield. Boom. Nothing you can do about it. No Ether Gust, none of that stuff. So certainly Ghalta would be the hopeful thing. We could grab Tyrranax Rex. That would be ideal, of course, or Carnage Tyrant. But what is also a creature, even if we don't have devotion? Boom, Xenagos. We go -2, play Carnage Tyrant, grab the Xenagos. Carnage Tyrant is doubled, or Tyrranax Rex grabs a Carnage Tyrant because we already have Regis or Alpha out. And then, that already had haste, so that's good. Extra hasty, whatever that means. But Carnage Tyrant would have haste if this was out, or if we really want to hate against Celestia Angels, maybe we'll face them tonight. We grab Rampaging Ferocidon, so it's kind of like a toolboxy thing, but also it's just a big double whammy. -2, grab something good, basically. If it's Carnage Tyrant or above, you're going to be packing a punch. Even if it's Regis or Alpha, you could grab a Topiary Stomper. Maybe that is going to get you to 7 lands. You're going to be able to attack with a Topiary you had out already, or just that Topiary that you put into play. That's going to be super duper devastating. You could spice things up. Of course, not have dinosaurs, have some very costly creatures. Whenever you play Ghalta, you could grab Ulamog. I hear Ulamog is pretty fantastic. Entering the battlefield and exiling 2 permanents. Not even non-land permanents, 2 permanents, which is, I always thought was pretty insane. Exiling my lands, that's no fun. No fun at all. But otherwise, everything is basically the same. Splitting up with the Vivien Monsters Advocate that I had 3 copies of. Boom. 1 copy, 1 for Vivien Reed. Pretty fantastic. We have a little bit of artifact and enchantment destruction. We can take out a creature with flying angels. Of course, that could be something, or a Traxa. But it's just extra card advantage, being able to grab a land or a creature with the -1. Looking at the top 4, putting it into our hand. And of course with the -8 if we ever get there. But I've never gotten to the -8 yet. It's kind of rough stuff. One day I'll just spam 4 copies of Vivien Reed. I'm going to see that -8. Once I see it, I'll take the copies out, just because I'm so curious. Of course, the opponent would probably concede if we get to -8. Creatures we control get +2/+2, have vigilance, trample, and indestructible. I don't see who wouldn't concede after that. My goodness. Maybe if they have a exile spell, Sunfall, or something like that. And Vivien on the Hunt. It's a little bit costlier at 6. But look at that +2. The +2 and the -1, or the +1, really. You may sacrifice a creature. If you do, search your library for a creature card with mana value equal to 1 plus the sacrifice creature's mana value. Well, that's pretty good. Maybe I want to get rid of Regis or Alpha. I have duplicates or Topiary Stomper. I really could spread things out to have some creatures with a mana value of 4, so that's definitely something to think about. But mostly it's for the +1. That's usually what I use. Mill 5 cards, we put all the creatures into our hands. We can put any number, but I'm always putting all the creatures in there. There you go. Every turn we would probably draw at least 2, sometimes 3, sometimes 5. Draw a bunch, have a bunch, refill. Vivien Monsters Advocate, play stuff off the top. Vivien read, grab an extra thing each turn, or take something out, something pesky. And also have that artifact enchantment hate with the Tranquil Throwback there, and the graveyard hate, and life gain, and all that stuff. But overall, it's been nice having a pretty spread out sideboard. It's not 1-ofs and 2-ofs, but when Tranquil Throwback hits artifacts, enchantments, graveyards, aggro a little bit with that life gain, and a body, what more do you need? Savage Stomp? I've been loving it. Does the trick. No reason really not to use it. It's not going to hurt. And it has been quite lovely. 1 green for a counter in fighting. But we will be getting some better removal with the Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Triumphant Chomp. Oh, that's going to be devastating. My goodness. The sweepers as well. Classic, fantastic, and shifting Ceratops. I felt like I'd have enough card advantage. I don't need Ripjaw Raptor, and I just want something else that can't be countered. Sometimes can't be targeted because of that protection from blue. I smell a mono blue spirits or an Azorius spirits tonight in a mixture, I think. But we'll jump right into it. See how many we can get through. Trying to start a little bit earlier, but I do have that new job that I have to wake up for a little bit earlier than usual. That's alright. Dinosaurs never sleep. Eventually I get sleep. Yeah. And I might be starting or doing that early access streamer event in 2 days, I think. I have to check the email. I hadn't seen it. I actually forgot to check, but they got me my VIP account. So that would be pretty fun. Either the 9th or the 10th this week. I think it can go multiple days. I'm not sure. I have to read the email back again. But I'm going to try to do it on the 9th or the 10th or whatever night it is. I'm going to dedicate that night to the early access. Lost Caverns of Ixalan. I would probably lose if I keep this hand. We are on the draw though. We got 2 lands and 2 Topiary Stompers, which is kind of nice. I would imagine we get to 3. No. Okay, I think that got a fair bit better. 2 lands, Huntmaster and Marauding. That could mean all of these things. Marauding for 1 on turn 3, followed by Rampaging for 1 due to maximum cost reduction. But I bet being Dimir colors are going to do something painful. Usually the case. Oh, what counter spell or fatal push is it going to be? Got to test the waters at least. No sense in not doing something. Okay, just the fatal push. Nuts. That's alright. Might just play Rampaging Ferocidon next turn. See what they do to that. Okay, just the Marauding. That's all good. Well, they gotta run out of answers at some point here. I would have hoped for a 3rd land by now, but that's how she goes sometimes. Now a counter. Okay. Starting off with change the equation. This could be pretty painful. Being able to counter a red or green spell with a mana value 6 or less. Oh my goodness. Well, it's certainly not going to be the fantastic start against Izzet Phoenix that it was 2 nights ago. Man, that was an absolute stunner down to the wire. Maybe Sheoldred's Edict. Okay, just a memory deluge. Well, all is not lost. It's pretty much lost, unfortunately. That's okay. That's rough. That's rough. They're getting pretty close to this virtue of persistence. When they get to 7, they can play it at the beginning of their upkeep. They put a creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under their control. Yeah, that is rough. Very rough. Seeing 2 lands in the top 12, actually, because we sent 1 to the bottom. So technically we've seen 48. Ooh. Okay, yeah, well, they're at 6. I'm just mostly curious when we would have seen the 3rd land, but let's stop the pain right there. You know, we gave it a valiant effort, more than maybe I should have, but that's okay. We know what it is. We know they have counter spells, change the equation. Shifting Ceratops is going to change the equation in our favor, because it can't be countered. And they only have a week. Yeah, a week. Yeah, a week from now is 14. Crazy. These opponents only have a week until we get Cavern of Souls. We named Dinosaur, and dinosaurs can't be countered, so they got to get the counter spells out of their system at some point. However, I'm thinking Rampaging Ferocidon. We got to switch that up. Maybe Ghalta. Let's do Ghalta. All the copies, it could be very painful. There could be a very low chance that we get to the Queen. Not a pretty sight. And we'll trim Vivien on the hunt, the costliest of the Viviens. Hopefully seeing the Great Henge at some point. Maybe sneaking it in, but of course I could see myself maybe cutting the Great Henges. Cutting some things that are costly and probably countered. Oh, well, we got a keeper. It's a little bit awkward, but hey, we don't have to mulligan, and we got 3 lands to start. That's a whole lot better than the first game. My goodness. Oh, and they're tapped. Oh my goodness. It's not going to die to a fatal push. Maybe it's a Thoughtseize and a fatal push this turn, because perhaps the opponent isn't too worried about what we're doing. Okay. You gotta bring the pain sometime, somehow. You know what? Let's go with Rampaging Ferocidon. I got a good feeling about this. Also, I like potentially having Marauding stick around, because, well, that's nice. See if it's a pesky change the equation. Okay, just some removal, that's good. Marauding might make all the difference. Possibly getting that Carnage Tyrant, and maybe they'll save a counter spell for something big, but it doesn't matter because we're going to be dropping something really good. The Great Henge for 2. Oh, they might have just goofed up. Strap yourselves in, folks. Can't counter that, buddy. Just lucky they didn't see it the first game. Whew. If they have a Sheoldred's Edict, of course I would sacrifice Marauding Raptor. Hopefully they don't have another one afterwards. We're about to find out. They might just have a fatal push for Marauding. Sheoldred's Edict next turn, although we have seen one Sheoldred's Edict, so hopefully that means there's not another one in hand after they do something to Marauding here. That's always very pesky and painful. Extinct? Okay. Look, we got Vivien Reed next turn. We got 5 mana, so we're looking good. They were making sure they chose the right one. I can understand that, absolutely. This should be alright. Search for a land? I think we'll search for a creature. We'll search for Tyrranax Rex because we can play Tyrranax Rex next turn. Oh, man, that is going to be lovely. They better have something to take out Tyrranax Rex, a Thoughtseize, and also something for Vivien, because they're just going to get buried in advantage. Ooh. They gotta be scared. They gotta dig for a Shieldred's Edict, basically. Oh, well, that looks like they got something up their sleeve. Okay, well, we'll dig first. We'll see what we get. Kind of like Shifting Ceratops. I kind of like Huntmaster, too. You know what? Let's go with the land. I like that. Maybe we'll draw out Shieldred's Edict on this. That would be good. And we can also play the Great Henge for 2, which would also be quite nice. I'm going to test the waters, see what happens. Perhaps drawing out an Edict plus a counterspell. Okay, that's... had to happen at some point, I imagine. We might actually get to A with Vivien Reid. My goodness, I said how I've never gotten there. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Okay. Oh my. Wow. Oh, 3 Tyrranax Rexes. There you go, folks.
Ruthless aggression.
What are they gonna do against that? They're gonna die. They got nothing. Nothing. Sweep. Doesn't matter. I think I'll just say good game now. Just gotcha. Oh. I'm the yes.
You won. You did it.
There we go. Redemption. We didn't quite get there, but hey, you play Vivien Reid, you're drawing an extra thing each turn. You're digging down 4 each turn, which is actually better, I think. You're really going to see something that you need, and we got there easily enough. The opponent perhaps stumbled a wee bit, but hey, crush him. Soul crushing. Nothing you can do, nothing you can target. Possibly could have targeted Tyrranax Rex. They had 6 mana in total. They had removal for 2. They could have got the job done, but I say we just keep it as is. Nothing else we really want to bring in. Nothing that would help in this particular matchup. Whew. That could be good. Well, 4 lands, Marauding. A little bit awkward in the middle there. But otherwise, pretty decent. Oh, Topiary Stomper as well, so that got a whole lot better. We don't see a Castle Garenbrig, unfortunately. That's okay. Probably just see Marauding Raptor get answered. Or maybe have whatever they have, use it and burn it on Rampaging Ferocidon. And then perhaps Topiary Stomper is going to land. I'd really want that basic land versus Rampaging Ferocidon instead. Oh, they did nothing. Oh, what is up their sleeve? No Fatal Push, no Shieldred's Edict. Maybe they're saving some mixture of something. I don't know. Oh, that is the best they can do. And we get to safely go with Topiary Stomper. We're a turn closer to Carnage Tyrant. And we're in range of Regisaur Alpha next turn. Extra good. If we see Castle Garenbrig, we get Carnage Tyrant. If they don't go Shieldred's Edict. Okay, Heartless Act, that's alright. Oh, stumbling in the land department. Not what you want to be doing. Oh boy. Well, it's looking better and better. But you never know. Bad stuff can happen. Extinction event. Painful things. But we got that Regisaur Alpha landed. We got around a possible counterspell because they only had 1 blue left. So I'm thinking this is going to go pretty good. Pretty good for sure. Eventually. One day. Alrighty, just play the big bad guy. Yep, whatever you have is not going to do much. Don't let me attack with Carnage Tyrant. Oh, you better take out Regisaur before we go to declare attackers. Oh, they know what they're doing. Okay. It stopped Carnage Tyrant from attacking. That's the main thing. Some people missed that and they're like, wait, if I killed Regis or Alpha before combat, I wouldn't have been hit with Carnage Tyrant. Nasty, nasty stuff. Well, we'll see what happens with Huntmaster. I'd rather Rampaging happen. We got Rampaging at a 3 mana value. Certainly I would imagine they would Extinction Event and name even to get rid of Carnage Tyrant and Huntmaster and the token. But now they have to have 2 things. Or, well, they'd probably want to counter this and something to deal with Carnage Tyrant, but there's not a whole lot because I have multiple creatures anyways. Just keep hitting them and hope we don't get flooded too much. Too much more. Okay, ping them. Good stuff. Rampaging Ferocidon, putting in the work. Oh my goodness.
Grant me revenge. And if you do not listen, then the hell with you.
Alright, well. I certainly got revenge, and this is the perfect song to finish that off. Whew. Okay. Good stuff. Very strong start. If we were not using the big scary dinos, that would not have happened. Devastating. But hopefully we see a Vivien Monsters Advocate at least once tonight. Playing Ghalta for 2, searching for any creature in the deck. Tyrranax Rex usually. Boom. 8/8 haste. Trample. Ward 4. Packs a punch, but possibly Xenagos to double Ghalta. Make her 24/24 and haste. Extra nice. I think I can work with this still. We got a bunch of lands, Marauding, Rampaging. I would imagine we'll probably get to Regis. Oh, Mono Green Devotion, perhaps. And we see the first lands, or the 4 lands. Excuse me, so we'll get to Elves, never mind. Okay, this could be a little bit more rough. We got to get Rampaging down ASAP. Ping, ping, ping. That's the name of the game. It could be extra devastating against them if they don't get too many out here. Hopefully they're slower. They don't have Llanowar Elves or Elvish Mystic on turn 1, so they're not as fast as they could have been, fortunately. Then I'm just going to prioritize Rampaging Ferocidon in game 2. Game 3 if it goes to that. Okay. Golgari Elves cheating out with Court of Calling, the Elvish Warcaller? No. The one where it enters and you lose life equal to the number of elves you control. That could be alright. I'm just going to attack with Marauding. We got Rampaging down. If they want to take it out, they would at least have to block with 2 elves. Dwynen's Elite and that token there. I think they might do it. I don't want to be losing too much life. And I don't want them to be convoking too easily with Court of Calling. It's never fun. Or making extra mana with, painful stuff. We'll get to Dinosaur eventually. Hoping that bought a bit of time. Okay, that's alright. I'll be getting some elves back, returning a creature with a mana value 2 or less. Okay, yep. Boom, get it back, token. Pinging a fair bit. They can't attack really into Rampaging. Fortunately, they don't have a Lord, but they might get it here with Court of Calling. They have enough elves to search for the Lord that costs 2, and I'm certainly not attacking with Rampaging. That's just not happening. But they probably have removal, I would imagine. Some sort. They're wondering about it. Or they're just maybe not wanting to play as many elves as possible. Hard to say, but they certainly would want to be playing the lords, I would imagine. Make some of those creatures 3/3s able to trade with Rampaging Ferocidon there. That'd be my bet. Eventually. Put me to sleep a bit. Do, 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 do. We'll get there. Kind of like a control deck. Okay, yeah, it would take a bit of damage. They should have a pretty big board, or big enough after they make all these creatures that they still would be able to kill me if I'm continually going as slow as I'm going. Not great. Hopefully seeing that 5th land. Okay, Skemfar Avenger. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Seemed like it had pretty good potential for elves. Whenever another elf or berserker they control dies, they draw a card and lose a life. Okay, that's pretty good. I'll just get Regis or Alpha, I think. 2 bodies. I think that'll buy us a decent bit of time. Xenagos could have been nice, but Xenagos, of course, is not a body. And not a body yet. Definitely since they don't have a lord. I think we just try to go wide somewhat, punish them as they play things, and hope we see another rampaging. Next turn would be ideal. Extra devastating, or a little bit sooner. If I see a hand with 2 Rampaging Ferocidons, and if I can play them, I think I'm definitely going to do that. Because it seems like they probably have little to no removal. It's just focused on elves, Court of Calling, Convoking, 3 green plus X. You search your library for a creature with mana value X or less. That can be pretty rough, certainly. Certainly Rampaging Ferocidon. Oh my, there's the Shaman of the Pack. Well, that is devastating. It's rough. 6. That tends to do the trick. Not much you can do about that. They will connect with at least 4 damage, the little tokens. But I wonder if the sweepers are going to help. Just a bit. Do I want Savage Stomp? Would I like to take out a key thing? Is that going to do much of anything? Not a whole lot. Certainly a Lord could be nice. But I think we'll trim Tyrranax Rex. At the very least, the costliest of the big scary dinos. 1 Ghalta. I want to keep everything in because there is the potential we can go super fast if they're not interacting too much. Yeah, I'm just going to bring in a Savage Stomps. I like that possibility of interacting with them nicely. I was thinking Tranquil Throwback there, exiling the graveyard with Tyvar. It seems like they have the potential to bring something back, but they mill stuff and then they bring something back, so we can't interact with it at that point when they target something from those milled cards. It's not a super heavy graveyard strategy. A sweeper is going to be our ticket, although Court of Calling is an instant, so we got to watch out that they don't have too big of a board. We got to hope they don't have Court of Calling, because they could respond to the sweeper with Court of Calling and possibly just kill us or take us pretty low. But then it might not matter because they have no creatures out. Exiling them could be pretty good with Anger of the Gods. We only have a single copy, unfortunately, but if they do a little bit with the graveyard, Anger of the Gods dealing 3 damage and exiling creatures if they die this turn, or dealt damage this way, extra good. They're not in the graveyard, and that's possibly what I want. But we got 4 sweepers, 3 Savage Stomp. Should be good. Kind of want to risk it. I think we do it, even though we don't have 2 untapped on turn 2. We have 2 sweepers and a Savage Stomp and a Rampaging and a Huntmaster. Even though the lands are a little bit awkward, I don't want to pass it up. It's too good. Yeah, gotta be Rockfall Vale, just in case we get some sort of land next turn. Hopefully untapped, but we want an untapped red source at the very least. Hopefully seeing a second red source for Anger and Brotherhood. Okay, well, we're getting there. Commander Crane, how's it going? Oh, well, it's going pretty good. Taking down Dimir Control. Devastating that first match. Lovely stuff. It was very rough, game 1, but Carnage Tyrant, Tyrranax Rex pulled it out. Sitting on 3 Tyrranax Rexes in game 2, just beating them up, one after another. Oh, it was a beautiful sight. Usually is. It is getting a little bit awkward here. 2 Marauding Raptors, kind of rough. But we're going to pack a punch. At the very least, Marauding for 1 red, Savage Stomp for that single green. Going to be taking out the Metallic Mimic, as long as they don't go with Collected Company here. That could be rough. The Fatal Push also, pretty fatal. I was hoping they didn't have much removal, but if you are in black, chances are, well, that's a good thing to play. Now, where's that sweeper? Source red. Ooh, well, we'll get there. A similar turn of events to the first match against Dimir Control, where I was stuck on 2 for, well, the top 5th of the deck. I went through 12 cards and there were still just 2. Oh, boo. We could still make something good happen, though. Don't have too many more turns. I imagine it's going to go quite downhill. Oh, they got a Lord. That's okay. As long as they don't play another Lord, we might be able to get them. Even if they play another Lord, we should be okay. If we take out 1 Lord, they go in a chain, and then those creatures that are now out of range of the sweeper, they would go below. The toughness would go below, and they would drop. But I think I'll wait, just in case. I'll take that set. Oh, just 7. I want to play the other Marauding, plus a Savage Stomp again if it's, well, no third land or no source of red, the second one. That's looking pretty good. Sweeper, where are you at? Oh, okay. We're looking at something good. Rampaging Ferocidon. I'm just going to start with that, even though it's still going to be pretty painful. Take out the Lord. Go time. Phew. Maybe buy us a little bit of time, another turn at the very least. Topiary Stomper to grab the single mountain to get us that second source of red. That'd be good. As long as they don't play another Lord, I think they'll be pretty scared from attacking. We got a 3-3 and a 3-4. That might be enough to buy us a turn or 2. They're wondering about attacking, I think. Or just not playing a lot of stuff because we got Rampaging. At the very least, playing another Rampaging next turn. That could be extra devastating. But if I get another source of red, I'll sweep them. Play Rampaging on the following turn. Marauding plus Rampaging in a single turn. Marauding for 2. Rampaging for 2 with a total of 4. When I get my next source of red, next turn. Hopefully it's not Secluded Courtyard. Huh. Watch it be Secluded Courtyard. I'll be kicking myself. I must say, it's a little bit awkward when you use a spell that requires 2. It can be painful, like we're... Oh, okay. I see how it is. Well, that's all right. We were dead. Okay. Well, that's how she goes. Well, sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. Can't win them all, that's for sure. But we'll get them next time. We had some stuff, and we just didn't quite get there. It just looks so good. Too good to pass up. Man, that's alright. If we had seen another source of red, another land that gave red, or a Topiary Stomper mixed in there pretty much at any time, that would have been nice. Extra nice if we drew it on that following turn. Kind of interesting. We're facing off against the Mythic. Of course, I would always hope to be in Mythic. That is not the case, though. I'll keep it. We got 3 lands. Marauding and Rampaging. Maybe it's going to be Angels. That would be extra nice. Just showcasing Ramp. Okay, well, something else black. We got Huntmaster. That's extra good. Our first card of the game. That's what you want. And you hope it survives, but at the very least, we got plays. Another Dimir Control. Interesting. Maybe it's Dimir Rogues. I imagine they could be saving a counterspell for something that we play. We'll draw it out for this, and then Topiary Stomper is going to resolve. I bet they're going to use it on this. I'd rather Topiary Stomper happen to get a basic land, which you can't fail to push. Once it's out, it's out. Good. Change the equation. Watch Topiary change the equation. Just like shifting Ceratops changes the equation. Gotcha, buddy. Good stuff. And if it all resolved, playing Marauding Raptor first, it would ping Topiary. Get 2 temporary power. We might deal a little bit more damage, but sometimes just get Carnage Tyrant. There you go. If Topiary hadn't happened, we wouldn't have been doing this. Surprise.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
That's pretty good. The second they saw Carnage Tyrant, they scooped. There you go. Gotcha. Yeah, they didn't kill Huntmaster, so I figured the only thing they had was a counterspell. That's how you do it. But we know what they're all about. Shifting Ceratops, 100%. I'm just going to trim Ghalta. I think I'll kind of default to that. Sometimes I do like to keep a single copy just for the chance of maybe seeing her and then maybe playing her, but I feel bad stuff is going to happen, so no copies of the Queen, unfortunately. But what particular variation of Dimir Control is it? That is the question. Huh. I don't think I need Tranquil Frillback, anything like that. We'll trim a Vivien on the hunt. Yeah. I was thinking Rampaging Ferocidon, but it is a pretty cheap body. We could get it down. They might not have many creatures or any creatures. But if they have a Shieldred, Rampaging Ferocidon, stopping them from gaining life whenever they draw a card would be, extra good. Huntmaster. Oh, 2 Huntmasters. Hopefully seeing that third land, of course, but at least we got the plays of stuff. They don't have a Thoughtseize. Where's that change the equation? They're going to be hitting us with everything. Okay, we dodged the fatal push. I was happy for that in the first game. Okay, the Huntmaster. Not too often you see that. My, oh my, blot out. That's one of the first times I've seen it. I don't think it's the first time, but an opponent exiles a creature or planeswalker they control with the greatest mana value. So we play Carnage Tyrant and, well, they would make us exile it. Not a fun time. But again, stumbling. Oof. Just going blot out, blot out, blot out. It certainly does the trick when you're playing these big expensive things. We're not going to be coming back from that. Nuts again. Ugh. Okay, well, we're on the play. That's what you want to be. Sometimes you just don't draw stuff. Certainly seemed like it could be pretty good. I like seeing that Topiary Stomper, but it just didn't come together. Well, at least they're shook. At least I hope they're a little bit shook from that first game. Devastating. They know what can happen, so they know what they have to have, but so many blot outs. Ooh. Would be nice to stick a few things. Maybe they use a few blot outs. Then they run out of ways to deal with those big dinos, which I've got play sets of both. That's too risky. Oh, too risky. Okay, much better. At least seeing 3. We'll send the costliest thing to the bottom. I was thinking of maybe sending Regis or Alpha, just because it could get countered and killed very easily. Hopefully seeing a Marauding or Castle Garenbrig somewhere in the mixture. Getting to Carnage Tyrant eventually. That's okay. We know how it goes. Get that stomping ground though. We'll get there. I think we'll get there. Okay, well, that's alright. Sometimes if you have a lot of copies of things, you will see them. That's a risk I'm willing to take. Oh, we got something to draw out something. Maybe they're wondering why I didn't play it. Maybe they think I have protection. That's not the case. Basically just making us sacrifice whatever we play. It's not going to be fun. Pretty much does the trick. Oh, we got something else to be sacrificed to. To draw out a sacrifice spell, I would imagine. Or maybe they don't have any. Hopefully that's the case. Oh, they don't have anything. If they had something, they would have used it. 0 top 2 bottom. They went 0 top 2 bottom. They're digging. Oh boy. Oh, they're digging, and I'm not finding anything. We connected. They don't have anything. Oh, if only we had a Castle Garenbrig, that would have been lovely stuff. Torrential Gearhulk recasting that. Odd. Not sure why they let themselves get hit. Huh. Well, you never know. That's how she goes. The blot out is going to be painful though. Whatever we play gets sacrificed, or they have a counter spell. Pretty rough seeing that Torrential Gearhulk. Oh, we got the Castle Garenbrig, so at least we got a thing. We got to draw out, blot out. That's how it goes. We're not going to not play it. Keep dodging the counter spells. Make them have to have something that makes us sacrifice. Hopefully they don't continue. Oh, they continue to find it. Well, I think I'll try Regis or Alpha here. See if it is a counterspell that they have. At least I would get a 3/3 token that could block Torrential Gearhulk. Okay. Well, we got another turn, basically, but we should be dead because, well, they'll make us sacrifice whatever we play. We're not getting around this. Yeah. Too little too late with that Castle Garenbrick, unfortunately. I would imagine perhaps a couple turns sooner could have done the trick. Yeah. That's alright. We showed them who's boss in that first game. That's what matters. Devastating. You don't want to let something like that happen. I must admit, seeing that early Topiary Stomper, always nice when you know you have Castle Garenbrick and Topiary. But when we get the Hulking Raptor, it's game over. It's game over. 100%. I'm flabbergasted. Topiary Stomper, the basic land enters. You can't make use of that mana right away. Hulking Raptor enters after your main phase is started, so you don't get that 2 green mana that it makes in the first main phase right away. So they're kind of similar, but then it comes around to your turn, you're an extra mana ahead, and that is all I need. My goodness. I think Hulking Raptor still is probably going to replace Topiary Stomper. We leave the number of lands in the deck the same, so we still have the same chance to draw lands for the turn. But we're playing Hulking Raptor. We're not taking a land out of the deck, so we're up by 2. Still the same chance to draw them for the turns. Could be good. I think this hand certainly could be good as well. We got Secluded Courtyard, which is going to get us our source of red for Marauding. And watch us draw a Huntmaster. Oh, okay, that's alright. We got a forest that has Castle Garenbrick enter untapped. We'll play the forest now just to pretend like we're something we're not. Not that it matters too much. This does appear to be the painful thing. Is it Indomitable Creativity? Oh, Izzet Phoenix. Okay. Well, at least they're tapped out. They can't take out Marauding with Volcanic Hammer. Lightning Hammer. Whatever it is. 1 red, discard a card, 5 damage to a creature. Yeah. Or they could deal 3 damage in various ways, or counter whatever I play. But we got more lands, and that's where we want to be. Hopefully both of these don't get answered. Would be nice to play Regisaur next turn. Oh, extra good. Taking out Marauding Raptor after it's dealt 2 damage. Something for 2 or 1. Okay, interesting. Huh. Don't know what they're doing. Did they think it dealt 3 damage? They goofed up with the Fiery Impulse, I imagine. Okay. Whew. Okay. Maybe they didn't. Certainly seems like Thing in the Ice is going to flip, unfortunately. Or maybe they just wanted to play it to... Yeah, I gotta think they goofed up with that Fiery Impulse. They could have done Opt first, and then Fiery Impulse, and it would have taken out Marauding. At least we got a little bit of damage on him. This Thing in the Ice certainly is going to flip, bouncing the Maraudings, unfortunately. But we should have a pretty good chance. We got that Tranquil Throwback ready and waiting to flip things. They certainly have something for 1, but I don't have any play, so Regisaur Alpha would die to both Maraudings, Regisaur and the token, so we're not going to do that. We're going to get them to bounce this stuff now. Ah, interesting. Now they bounce. Oh, they don't have anything for 1. Either that or they're saving it. I think that could be the case, but now we have 5. But we're not going to play anything. We're going to see if we can force them to bounce it now, and then play Regis or Alpha after, because we're at a 5. That's the main thing we're looking for. Good, 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 good. That's exactly what you wanted. You fell right into my trap, buddy. I hope. They have 1 mana, the Fiery Impulse to take out the token, or the Lightning Axe to take out Regisaur. Maybe putting another Phoenix into the graveyard. At least we got a body down. We could be seeing a hasty Ghalta next turn. Marauding for 2, marauding for 1. It's going to get us enough. Attack with everything. Do it. You know you wanna. We only have 1 graveyard chicken. That's not too bad. We're at a full 20 health. They could hit us for 10. 13 maybe if they get an... Oh, okay. It might be 13. Maybe they feel extra spicy. They feel extra safe. And they're about to not feel safe. They have to play a bunch of stuff. Possibly tap out mostly to get those Arclight Phoenixes out of the graveyard. Then if they attack with everything, it's not going to be a fun time. Pretty sure they cast... yeah, they only have 1. That's good. That's good. 1 red. Oh, this is not a pretty sight. Well, we're going with Marauding. And Marauding. And the Ghalta. And
Ruthless aggression.
there you go. Oh, they played him like a fiddle. Man, that was good stuff. I did it again. You draw out that thing in the ice. I didn't play enough. They don't want to flip them to make me bounce. Do. Wait till I can follow up with something after they flip it. And sometimes that works, as it did with that other match. Alright. We took them down and we didn't even have to reveal the information that we're hating on their graveyard. We're about to, hopefully. But Rampaging Ferocidon, not doing too much. Certainly Tranquil Frillback does a lot more than Rampaging Ferocidon, so we'll trim that. We did get Ghalta. Well, Tyrranax Rex. They do have a lot of removal, counters, bounces. It still could be rough getting the queen. I'll trim 2 copies just to free up a little bit of space. I do like shifting Ceratops, which can just constantly block the Awoken Horror. We just sit there, boom, and we never have to worry because the protection from blue means something that is blue doesn't deal any damage to shifting. Very, very nice. Savage Stomp to take out thing in the ice early. Possibly. Maybe they have removal on the thing that I target to fight. 3 copies. Don't see it too much. I think we'll just do 2 shifting. I'll trim 2 T-Rex. The full shifting. See how that goes. We certainly seem to get the job done without Tranquil Frillback sometimes. They rely on that thing in the ice to bounce and be big and kill everything else. But if we hit them with a nice Tranquil Frillback, we won't have to worry about those Arclight Phoenixes. And we won't have to worry about much with this hand. That's definitely a keeper. Rootbound Craig to start, of course. Should be good. We at least have to... Oh, and the Tranquil Frillback. So this got infinitely better. We at least get Huntmaster next turn. Hopefully we see a forest mixed in there somewhere so that this Castle Garenbrig also enters on tap. But at the very least, we're going to start to play the things. They might die for 1 red. Fiery Impulse does 2 damage there. Dead or countered, but at least we got that forest, so we're feeling pretty good. We'll eventually get to shifting. We'll just play the other Huntmaster next turn. Of course, we want to save Tranquil Frillback for the exile target player's graveyard part. We want to have at least one green left over. I never saw that coming in my life. Phew. Right, here goes nothing. Huntmaster this turn. We know shifting is happening next turn no matter what. Keep drawing out stuff. Possible counter spells, but definitely removal of some sort. That lightning axe perhaps. Ooh. Hopefully we get at least a turn or so. Oh, they got one bird in there. That's okay. That's okay. It's not too bad. I could see them getting it out here. Casting 3 things for 1. Yeah. That could be a definite possibility. They might not have 3. Nah, they don't have 3 things for 1. This is good. I like it. Or they're waiting to get at least 2 Arclight Phoenixes in the graveyard to get them out. Would they have a counter spell? You know what? I'm going to try for Huntmaster and then shifting. I think they are a little light on the counter spells. Good stuff, good stuff. Whew! We got that maximum cost reduction going. Lovely playing shifting for 2. They'll probably kill the Huntmaster. That can give it haste though. I bet. I don't want to let shifting land. They're going to do it. Oh, okay. Well, they have lightning axe perhaps for 1 red then. That's all I can figure. Okay. Well, it's looking pretty good. They didn't kill anything. I'll take it. This might be very nice for us. Getting that Tranquil Frill back next turn. Playing it for super cheap, gain some life, exile a graveyard. Oh, I think they might get another Phoenix in here. And then play a bunch of stuff. They have 3 mana left, so it's certainly a very real possibility. We could be staring down 2 graveyard chickens. Oh, 3. Oh my goodness, they got lucky there. The milling. They milled 4 cards and 2 of those 4 cards were 2 more. So we're seeing 9 damage here. We're not dead yet, but well, Vivien Reed to destroy one of them could be nice. Oh, and they're leaving 1 behind. Very interesting. Okay. Well, certainly I'm going to be attacking. I can play Topiary Stomper. We'll get another source of red. Yeah, just in case I need another source of red. I don't think I'll need 2 in a turn, but we'll still do it. Good stuff. Nah. I'm just going to kill the Phoenix because I want to exile their graveyard with the Tranquil Frill back. Then I'm going to hope that, well, I get another one. At least we got rid of 1 Phoenix. That's the main thing. Phew. We got a bunch of bodies. We got 5 mana. Vivien or Xenagos next turn. Vivien to take out another Phoenix. But they're staring down a lot of damage. Certainly would have been nice to gain 4 life from the Tranquil Frill back as well, but I definitely valued getting to 5 lands with Topiary instead. Yeah, we could be pretty good still. Got lots of damage. They might have a counter spell or something to just kill somebody. Picklock Prankster. I should probably look at that. They mill some stuff. Then they put an instant, sorcery, or fairy from among the milled cards into their hands. That's pretty good. Mill stuff and get a thing. Alright. Seems like a perfect fit for Izzet Phoenix. Ooh. The question becomes Vivien Reed. I think that could be nice. Yeah, let's try it. and hope they don't have a counter spell. Either way, whatever I played probably was going to get countered. But if something's not going to get countered, I'd rather take out a Phoenix with this and beat them up pretty good. Now I can keep shifting back. That could be pretty detrimental, but they got to jump through some hoops just to get everything to attack the other Phoenix that's in the graveyard. I'll just attack with everything, I think. Do as much damage as possible and slap down a Xenagos to double... Oh, to not double shifting. Okay, we are seeing the first lightning axe of the match. I'm happy about that. Taking out another flyer, this could be good. I don't think we'll take 8, but they could get the 4th Phoenix in the grave. Okay, thing in the ice is not nice. But we know we're only going to be taking 3 at least if they attack. And they can't flip thing in the ice. They only have 2 more spells in their hand. They might... Ah, okay. Going towards Vivien. Good stuff. I like it. We can play anything we draw, which is good. There you go. I don't think you have 2 pieces of removal for both Huntmasters. Not going to bother attacking with Tranquil Frillback. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Thing in the ice would just block it, so keep it there. I just hope they don't play 3 spells next turn, but I think that could happen. Thing in the ice flipping. Although that Arclight Phoenix bounces back, they'd have to discard. Oh, the Prankster. That might be problematic. It looks like they want to flip with Thing in the Ice. That might not be too bad. If we get a Shifting Ceratops, that could be good. Flying right past it. They'll attack with the Arclight Phoenix, get in 3 damage, and then flip some stuff. Or just attack with both Phoenixes, take us to 2, and then flip. So I think we're dead. Oh! Vivien Dinos Pterosaurus. Yes, it has been pretty good. Taking out this... Well, one of the Arclight Phoenixes with Vivien's -3 to destroy a creature with flying, but overall it's going nice. We got him good the first game and down to the wire here. They can't play another thing because it flips the Phoenix that they have out already. Yeah, they'll get in 3 damage and then bounce. Oh, they don't. They don't. Okay. Well, now we have to force them to flip here. But then we have a bunch of other stuff to play. That's good. This... Oh, Junior. I love it too. Just a bunch of Viviens. Packs a punch. There's certainly lots of creatures to grab with this list. 33 to start in game 1. Ooh. Bounce this stuff. Yeah, you know you want it. That's okay. We got things to do. We'll just replay the stuff. Make sure I don't need a source of red for a dino. Okay, we're safe to use that secluded courtyard. Alright, we can get 1 Phoenix out. Certainly play the Tranquil Frillback to exile and gain 4 life. And I think that might buy us enough time. Gotta buy us enough time. We're back up to 12. We got 3 creatures to block the Awoken Horror. Yeah, good luck. We got use out of our Tranquil Frillback. Thumbs up. Get her done. They're considering conceding. You must admit it's pretty good. Tranquil Frillback. 1 green for a 3/3, gain 4 life, exile their graveyard. That packs a punch. That's all I needed. They had to bounce stuff, but then they didn't want to bounce stuff because I replaced stuff with a lovely enter the battlefield effect like that. There's nothing much else they could have done. Pretty devastating. If you haven't tried Tranquil Frillback yet, try it out. Oh my goodness. Okay. What can we do? We can't play Xenagos and Carnage Tyrant. We're playing Carnage Tyrant. That's, what can we play? Let me think. Let me do the math. Castle Garenbring 6, 9. I can make 9. It's very close, but not quite. I will maybe play Xenagos next turn. Get a bunch more. Oh!
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
Played him like a fiddle the first game, and then, took him down again. Very, very nice. I must say, I was hoping to face Izzet Phoenix. I figured I would. Seems to be one of the top decks in Pioneer and Explorer. Dinos, yes. Good game, absolutely. They did all they could, and it was not enough. That's pretty good, you must admit. A thing that bounces all your creatures. If you've got stuff that has enter the battlefield effects like Topiary, or Huntmaster, cost reduction, keep in mind, cost reduction has an immediate effect. It's not like something that taps for mana. You have to wait a turn. So you could make possible benefit of Huntmaster playing a bunch of them, and then playing a bunch more stuff. Especially when you have tons of mana. You can drop some lovely, lovely bombs like that. Ooh, okay. And maybe I'll leave it there for now. I'm going to cut it a little bit short, just because I want to record some other videos and whatnot, dinosaur reviews and stuff, and I think that's a fantastic nightcap. It doesn't get a lot better than that. Starting off devastating Dimir Control, and then finishing off against one of, if not the top decks in Explorer and Pioneer. Perhaps the most favorite decks. Look at that. There's the hulking Raptor to be extra menacing and make this deck even better. Whew. Yes, Junior, it absolutely was a good game. Yeah, I might go to 11:30 midnight at some nights. I do have to wake up about 6:30 in the morning. So we'll see. I still want to get pretty good sleep. Alrighty. Thanks for watching, even though it was a little bit shorter, a little bit later than I hoped for. Look out for the early access streamer event, which I mentioned at the start here today. I'm going to try to do it on the 9th or the 10th, so a couple days from now. Dinosaurs are going to pack a punch in Standard, just like they pack a punch in Explorer. Man. Alright, have a good one, Pterosaurus, Junior, Commander Crane, JDX, Heaven, anybody else watching right now, later on, whenever it is, wherever it is. Peace. See you next time.